As the NFL offseason reaches its slower summer stage, trade rumors begin to swirl, some realistic, others far-fetched. A recent proposal involving two high-profile wide receivers has stirred conversation. A straight-up swap between the Chicago Bears' DJ Moore and the Miami Dolphins' Tyreek Hill. This idea came into the spotlight after NFL analyst Mike Florio published a detailed breakdown of Tyreek Hill's contract situation. According to Florio, Hill's deal becomes much more tradable after June 1st. He argued that the Dolphins, faced with looming cap hits and aging stars, might consider a clean slate. Among the teams he mentioned as potential landing spots for Hill, the Chicago Bears. On paper, the move is eye-catching. Swapping DJ Moore for Tyreek Hill would send shockwaves through the league. Both are WR1 caliber talents, both are key figures in their offenses, and both carry significant financial implications. But is such a move truly feasible? From a financial perspective, there's a slim path to making it work, especially post-June 1st. The Bears would take on Tyreek Hill's $15.2 million cap hit in 2025 while shipping out DJ Moore and his roughly $4 million in dead money. That leaves Chicago with a sub-$20 million net cap impact for the move. Meanwhile, the Dolphins would save nearly $15 million on Hill while absorbing Moore's $21 million cap hit. A tough but not impossible pill to swallow. Still, it's not just about cap hits. In the NFL, cash flow and owner willingness play just as important a role. Every team has an annual budget for actual dollars spent, and front offices operate within those constraints. The Bears, who historically operated conservatively, have opened their checkbook more in recent years, signaling their commitment to building a competitive roster. Yet bringing in a $26 million per year receiver with enormous future cap hits is a different level of risk, especially after their aggressive offseason. It's also important to remember the deeper structure of both contracts. Tyreek Hill's cap hit spikes to $51 million in 2026, an untenable number for any team. He'd almost certainly need a restructure or extension if traded. In contrast, Moore's deal is more manageable and structured to provide flexibility. In the end, even though the numbers technically work, this trade would be extremely rare in modern NFL circles. Deals that swap two highly paid star players are uncommon. More often, teams trading elite players look to shed salary and add draft capital, not bring in another major contract. So while it's a fascinating idea and one that generates headlines, there are deeper layers of complexity that make it unlikely to happen. While the concept of acquiring Tyreek Hill is tantalizing, especially for a team with a promising rookie quarterback like Caleb Williams, there are several compelling reasons why the Chicago Bears are unlikely to pursue this path. 1. Future cap impact and contract structure. The most immediate red flag is Hill's contract. After this season, Hill's cap hit jumps to an astronomical $51 million in 2026. No team, not even one with plenty of cap space, is likely to pay a wide receiver that much unless he's delivering at an MVP level. And even then, it's a hard sell. For a new team, acquiring Hill would mean absorbing a future cap hit close to $40 million in 2026. Compare that to recent contracts. Jamar Chase may have signed a $40 million per year deal. But his cap hit won't touch those levels for years. And he's only 25. Tyreek Hill, turning 31 this year, is on the back end of his prime. Any team trading for him would likely treat it as a one-year rental, unless Hill is willing to restructure and sign a more team-friendly extension. But asking for that kind of flexibility from a player who's earned top dollar is a significant gamble. Second, performance in decline. Statistically, Hill still had a solid 2024 season. Nearly 80 receptions, close to 1,000 yards, and 6 touchdowns. But a deeper look reveals some concerns. His explosive plays were down. Consistency week to week dropped off. He reportedly dealt with hand issues, which may have contributed, but the decline in elite production is notable. Speed, explosiveness, and agility, the traits that make Tyreek Hill elite, are also the first to diminish with age. While he may still be a 1,000-yard receiver for another season or two, it's unlikely he returns to the 1,700-yard monster we saw just a couple of years ago. That window appears to have closed. Third, off-the-field distractions. Hill's career has been marked by legal issues and public controversies. While many of those stories have faded, there's a history of distractions. For a franchise like the Bears, currently building around a young quarterback and a revamped coaching staff, adding a potentially volatile presence in the locker room would be a risk. The Bears have made it clear in recent years, especially under current leadership, that character matters. Their past willingness to move on from players like Chase Claypool, who struggled both on and off the field, illustrates a hard stance on locker room culture. Fourth, commitment to DJ Moore. Let's not forget that the Bears have invested heavily in DJ Moore. They gave him a $110 million extension just last year and made him the centerpiece of their offense in 2023. While his season had ups and downs, he still produced over 1,300 yards and was the clear top target. There were some concerns about body language and effort during certain plays, and it's fair to say that DJ Moore has something to prove in 2025. But at 28, he's still in his prime and reportedly fully bought into the new regime. Swapping him out for an older, more expensive receiver with contract baggage and a declining trend would go against the plan Chicago has been building, developing a young core around their new franchise quarterback. From both a financial and football standpoint, moving on from Moore, especially this soon into his extension, just doesn't add up. It's tempting to get lost in the spectacle of a big-name trade. The idea of adding a player like Tyreek Hill to the Bears' offense, pairing him with Caleb Williams, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze, and Cole Kmet, is exciting. On paper, it creates one of the most dynamic receiving corps in the NFL. But NFL teams aren't built on paper. They're built through smart, long-term planning, cap management, culture building, and roster fit, age, and value moving forward. Tyreek Hill may be the bigger name, but DJ Moore may offer more value moving forward. He's 3 years younger, with fewer miles on his body, and plays a physical style that should age better than Hill's speed-based game. While Hill has had the better career so far, Moore still has time to reach new levels, especially in a well-structured offense that suits his route running and yards-after-catch ability. Stability for a rookie QB continuity is essential for a rookie quarterback. After investing the number, first overall pick in Caleb Williams, the Bears' priority should be giving him stability. That means consistent targets, clear leadership, and a unified offensive scheme. Trading away DJ Moore, the WR1 who spent the offseason building chemistry with Williams, would throw a wrench in that process. Tyreek Hill may be more dynamic, but adjusting to a new team mid-offseason always carries risk, especially in a system that's being built from the ground up under new coaches. Long-term building blocks Bears general manager Ryan Poles and head coach Matt Eberflus are building for the long haul. That means developing talent through the draft, making wise financial decisions, and staying disciplined in team culture. Swapping Moore for Hill might look great for headlines, but it runs counter to the long-term vision. It would mean bringing in a 31-year-old star with massive salary demands, only to likely renegotiate or release him a year later. More than anything, the Bears need to continue their trend of building sustainably. That means sticking with a promising WR1 in his prime, trusting their quarterback development, and investing in complementary pieces that fit the scheme, not just chasing a star name for short-term gain. The idea of trading for Tyreek Hill is flashy. And that's all it is, an idea. While technically possible under the salary cap, it would represent a sharp departure from the strategy Chicago has followed over the past 2 seasons. More than ever, the Bears are focused on long-term success. With DJ Moore entering his peak years and Caleb Williams at the start of his, the smart play is to build stability and chemistry, not shake things up for a short-lived headline. So while this is a fun hypothetical to explore, it's safe to say, Don't expect to see Tyreek Hill in a Bears uniform anytime soon.